Yes, Boris.
Yo, family, what's good, B?
Yes, my bro, you good, yeah?
You can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you clear, bro. I can hear you clear.
Listen to me, brother. Our technology's a bit slow here. You get me? My earphones ain't the best. So I'm gonna need you to speak up. Like I said, I've got an hour, bruv. I'm all ears, I'm all whatever. Let me know, B. But I let you know these. You can see, man. They got fucking sellotape and shit on them. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, of course, naturally, bro. Naturally. So Boris, for those who don't know who you are, yeah, can you give an introduction to yourself?
What, bro? Is the thing filming already? Yeah.
Yeah, it's filming now.
I don't know, brother. Hey, my name's Boris, man. I was raised in West London, Ladbroke Grove, Latimer Road area. I actually grew up in the tower block that sadly burned down, Grenfell Tower. To be honest, bruv, in the UK, I didn't leave my hood. You get me, bruv? I didn't really get to know a lot of the UK. I was put in jail a lot of times. I used to run around with the man them, and to madness. I got deported in 2010. I got hit Colombia. I went to Bogota. Situation was difficult. I ended up getting mixed up in certain things, and now, well, bro, we're sitting with my people. That's my man. That's the security team, brother.
Yes.
So we're just here, man. Like I said to you, brother, my man says gangster, you know. That's the only fucking word they know, bro.
Why? What did they say?
Yeah, B. My man said gangster, you know. they say shit that they hear on rap. They say shit that they hear on rap music, man. But that's my people. That's my security team, bro. They're usually young, you get me, bro. But that's the two that walk around with me, brother. What can I explain? B? Yeah, I got to Colombia. 2014, I got involved in 2014, I got mixed up in two murder cases, an extortion, 16 firearms charges, and I got arrested, bro, when I got sent to La Muela in Bogota, the capital of Colombia.
So Boris,
I got spent.
sorry, bro. So how did that, like, that's like, to somebody from the UK, that sounds like very extreme. How did you go from like chilling in London to doing murders in Colombia? How did that transition happen? You hear me?
Bro, because I was a little shit. You know what I mean? My true respect for you, anyone listening or anyone that has that kind of delusions of thinking that they want to fucking live in the hood and do it. God, stay your ass in England and behave, bro. It's a good country, do you know what I mean, bro? There's gangsters over there, I know that there's the hustle, the whole, you know what I mean, brother?
Yeah.
When I was a little kid over there, I got mixed up in stupid shit, bro. And when I mean stupid shit, bro, is all this gang thing, all that stupid era postcode thing. That's what led up to everything, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, from all that madness, bro, all I ended up getting was fucking a whole load of jail and the deportation fee to a place where, let's say, I arrived with the attitude, brother, and man, they make you. So obviously, I got out here. I went to a poor neighborhood, brother, a neighborhood with a lot of complications. I used to smoke weed and that a lot in the parks. I started talking with people, brother. I needed a job, and let's say every place in Colombia has an owner. Do you know what I mean? So where I arrived, I spoke. I was speaking about the kind of shit I was in the UK, and the man didn't put me on, B. But when the man didn't put you on here, it's different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, bruv. Well, let's say, what do you mean? You asking me about my specific cases or how I
Nah.
got involved in the office and figure out, bro?
So you see, when you went to Colombia, did you have like any accommodation? Did you have any people there? Did you have anything?
Bruv, I got to El Dorado Airport. I was received by an entity called El Das, which are detectives and migration and shit. They put me in a cell with a whole bunch of Colombians fucking everywhere, do you understand? They obviously have to do paperwork, give me ID. When I left, I asked one of the brothers, "Raw, what should I do now?" You know what I mean? I didn't speak to my mum because me and my mum had a lot of problems in them days.
Was your mum
So,
in England or Colombia?
say that again?
Was your mum in England or Colombia at the time?
I'm not in the UK, B.
UK.
I have a lovely relationship with my mum, due to all the fuckery, do you know what I mean? But back then, me and my mum didn't speak. So when I arrived, I was told to look for a cheap hotel, bro. I had what I had on my canteen in the jail, do you understand?
Yeah.
You still call it canteen, bro? But
Yeah.
you get me the biscuits and shit, lad.
Yeah.
Obviously, I had like 200 quid. And when I got to Colombia, I had the fucking English prison sent it in a little fucking envelope. So obviously, I've got to change that up, and I went to a hotel called Los Delfines, the Dolphin, in a place called Ciudad Bolivar, brother, the 19th zone of Bogota. Why do I give you that? Bro, just Google that shit and you'll see what I'm talking about. You know what I mean, bro? It's a complicated place. It's a bit different to a lot of places in Colombia, but sadly I ended up there, brother. I went to that hotel. I had to look for normal, bro. Looking for restaurants, walking around. Obviously, I used to want to hoot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I see the man them bunning juice and I started talking to them, bro. One thing led to another, bro. You know, hunger's hunger, B, and everyone's got needs, you know what I mean? I got offered a job, what we call campana, yeah, bro. We stand on the corner of the barrios with the radio and let know when maybe, well, everyone in the barrios know, bro. If you know what I mean? Even if a fella comes to visit his girlfriend or whatever, well, one of the lads will talk to him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For him to park his car in the area, brother, it's not taxed, but you have to understand that one of the lads is looking after it. There's a lot of crackheads, there's a lot of fucking lowlives that will steal it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So obviously that was the kind of thing I used to do, do you know what I mean? Right, look, there's a fucking crackhead coming up the fucking road.
Yeah.
And one of the lads would just keep an eye on him. Well, right, there's a fella. We don't. He was none of that, bruv. We're more effective than police. I don't know what movie that's from, bruv, but it's true. You know what I mean?
So there's no
that was
police
my-
operate in them areas now.
Say that again.
You see the area you was in, yeah? Is there no police operations in there now? No police don't operate in there.
No, they're about, bruv, but they know what it is, bruv.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, there's a common problem here in Colombia, B. The police can't do their job. It's the same reason why paramilitaries exist, because the fucking army can't do their job. You know what I mean? And La Guerrilla rapes and does what they do with the country. So, if I'm not wrong, the word paramilitary means when a fucking population or a country looks for a fucking solution to a problem that a government can't resolve. You know what I mean?
Why can't
So
they?
we're not
Why can't they do their job though?
Huh?
Why is it that they can't do their job?
Because they're poor, bro. They're poor. They don't pay the cunts, bro. They get paid minimum wages. They get shot at all day, bro. They're not like fucking bobbies on the beat walking around helping ladies cross the fucking roads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, when I started, I had a radio. I never had a firearm. But if I on my radio said that some kind of fucking government entity or some kind of whatever, bruv, it wasn't a wait or run or nothing. Do you understand? From the other point of view, that people get paid little money. Do you know what I mean? And my bosses, well, they pay well, bruv. So it's long to talk about that kind of thing, but the infrastructure is all a result, bruv, of the poverty, the corruption, and the way that the government treats barrios like where I'm from. You know what I mean? So the people, instead of being afraid to leave their house and have the granny robbed or some crackhead fucking rape or something, that many Boris or one of the lads is about, you know what I mean? And we're not doing the fucking Mother Teresa fucking helping thing. Everyone pays weekly. But it's a security that's necessary. That's necessary. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you look on the internet, brother, look how many old women get raped and assaulted in this country and how much shit happens, bruv. If it wasn't for us, I don't promote or back any paramilitary organization or anything, but if it wasn't for them cunts in their barrios, it would be a lot worse. You know what I mean, bruv? We have what we call a zone of tolerance, which is a zone where there's 150 crackheads that they can smoke, fucking kill each other, and even my organization sells it to them. Do you know what I mean? But the job I got, let's say the way we operate here, brother, is if you get to a barrio like this, please, and you don't get involved in these kind of things, you have to leave. You know what I mean?
So how did you
That's
how did you rise
getting involved in it, and I can't.
So how did you rise in the rank then, Boris? Like, how did you go from like a radio person? Did you rise in the rank?
No, brother. When I started, I never had a fucking gun. I was stood on the roof, what we call a terraza, with fucking binoculars and shit. You know what I mean? And a radio. There was a fucking roundabout, which is a place called Mexico. They call it Mexico, and La Playa, the beach. It's basically the plain part. You understand? From there on, it's upwards, brother. So there's free entrance, and there used to be three of us. Do you know what I mean? Up in the mountain, there is something called a kai. There's no police stations. So they're like little kiosks with like 4 or 5 police officers in them. Do you know what I mean? And they're dotted about. They don't do anything. They don't have, let's say, they don't have the manpower or the firepower to intervene when things happen. So let's say the oboes and shit come from down. My only fucking trip was the radio, bro, binoculars, and make sure I never made a mistake. You know what I mean? Because we have a saying here that says, one mistake, one bullet. You know what I mean? If I was the radio and say, fuck, bruv, there's 100 coming up and lads were to get ready, well, you know what I mean? I'd be in trouble. I done that for a while, brother. I met a girl. My baby mother is basically the sister with what we call a coordinator, which is the person that speaks to another person that speaks to the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Due to that, brother, I got more involved in the security part, bro. I started spending more time with him. As a coordinator, the fella has to deal with, if in our area there's a transit accident or a fucking car hits another, or the fucking husband hits his wife, you know what I mean? The system also has a lad that walks around with a whistle every 2 hours. If he wanted to body it up with sometimes hitting his wife in his house or something, and his wife comes out and calls the fella, bruv, well, we'll handle that, you know what I mean? And it's no way gonna kill him or anything, because it's not. There's politics, bruv. There's rules. Just because I'm security, I have to have authority. I have to be authorized to do things.
So
usually the fellow.
Who employs you, Boris? Is it like a cartel leader?
Bruv, there's no cartels in Colombia, bruv. Pablo Escobar and fucking Venezuela's back, bruv. That's it. Shit, bruv. You know what I mean? For Benji's dead and all that. That was them. That's a different level of gangster that was tolerated in the country with no technology, stupid habits, you know. There's fucking drones flying all over the place and fucking La Guerrilla and everyone. We hide on the rocks, bruv. You know what I mean? And we hide in barrios, bruv. Cartels don't exist. Yeah, I'm part of what's called La Oficina de Miguel, what in English you would be called fucking the office, which is an inheritance that comes from the Medellin cartel. You know what I mean? When Pablo was killed, a fella called Don Berna took over, brother. I'm no one to explain the ins and outs, bruv. Do you know what I mean? But that fella was basically from Los Pepes, which is a group that was formed to kill Pablo, which was the ones that killed him. From there, it separated. People went to prison. People didn't go to prison. People disappeared. I don't know what the fuck happened. But from that, and from the city of Medellin, and anything that happened or anything affiliated to our office, Miguel, is basically the fucking residue left from that, brother. But there is no cartel in Cali, bro. There is no cartel in Colombia. There is cartels in Mexico. You know what I mean, brother? This is Colombia where shit ain't... Mexico's worse than us at the moment, bro. Shit ain't like before. Do you know what I mean?
So
The shit you see on the news is probably the fucking communist cunts in the jungle and these paramilitaries with that they can do social cleansing, that can get rid of people like, let's say, us. It's different, man. If we just sit here and talk all this politics to you, it will take a long time. But you're a fella that the other day we spoke, you know, and you have to understand. Even though we're social prisoners, bruv, we're all you know, here, bruv. We're 60 up. You know what I mean? We've got elderly people on the way. You know what I mean? They're contribute, brother. We work as due to the nutrition, due to the other shit that maybe in the barrio wouldn't. But due to our politics and our rules, and we may run this, bruv, but we get orders from outside. You know what I mean?
so Barry,
we have to do things.
from that, yeah, how did you go about to being convicted of 2 murder charges then?
Bruv, I'm in here because I was shot, B.
What happened? What happened?
I'm in here because... Say that again?
Yeah, what happened, bro? What happened?
Yo no tengo la consecución. One second, blood. B, I'm going to the entrance. The exit's always more ugly than it's here.
Nah, cause the signal shit, bro.
You see the exit route, yeah?
Yeah.
Look, bro, let me show you properly, man. This is what I'm in jail for, bro. I'm in jail for being shot in my trap muscle.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Can you see it properly, yeah?
Yeah.
And the exit route.
Crazy.
Bro, when I got shot that day, obviously my coordinator was killed, you understand?
Yeah.
I got shot in my trap muscle, brother. I didn't really feel it. And I managed to shoot another fella that passed away. My other homicide was basically because I was given an order from someone from another barrio because of a situation where a fella he wasn't happy with when he was being treated and that, you get me? Because my boss is maybe in our barrios, brother, the guy sells meat, you know what I mean? My jefe has an egg business, so sounds stupid that, but it's any eggs in our barrios, you know what I mean? They have to buy them eggs. And stupid shit like that. I don't know what the guy done, bruv. He didn't pay, he was talking to people he didn't talk to, he was talking like he was upset. He wanted to maybe help other people come and change things, you know what I mean? Not speak too much on it, but that's why he died, bro. In the process, the family was in the house, which is where the kidnap part comes, you know what I mean? They went to my house and they found firearms from brother. So the first one, well, it was a situation where my coordinator died. I was shot as well, and well, two other people died. That was part of the people that attacked us. And the other one, well, it was an order given to me, brother, that I had to do, bro. I've spoke about this a lot on other podcasts and that. You get me, bro? I'm in the process of doing restorative justice with the family of the fella that he was a butcher. I think he was a butcher or a fucking. He used to sell meat or he used to sell fucking animals or something like that, man. But the guy, obviously, his family was behind. You get me, sort of around that. So with this whole thing I'm telling you about this peace thing here in Colombia, I have to participate with them people in restorative justice and that. You get me, bro? Sorry, man. Our technology is a bit far back from yours, brother.
Yeah.
What was we saying?
Yeah. So you see when you now that you found yourself in Colombia, yeah, and you're going through these crazy experiences like these shootouts and that, bro. How is that making you feel?
Nah, bro, no. Listen, man. Like I said, I started off with a radio, but in my country, sadly, brother, well, things like shootouts and that, well, they happen all the time. But obviously, from a distance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I lost it with I never had a firearm when I was campana, B. When I started walking with my baby mother's brother, obviously things changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'll be totally honest, because you shooting from a distance, you know what I mean? And it kicked off like that sometimes. Those were my first times. Man, shit kicked off like that, rather. Well, obviously, with the burner on you, but people talk a lot of palaver, bruv. I used to let off free shots and I had behind the wall, you know what I mean, bruv?
Yeah.
Because there was fellas trained in the think line, there's, you know what I mean, back up this position, but people that know what I'm talking about, it's not like in the movies, bruv, where you do roly-poly-olies and shit. The shit ain't like that, you know what I mean, bruv? So obviously I had my position. My situation started to get serious when I started to participate in my sadly deceased ex-coordinator, which is the fella that died in the case that I'm in it for. He had problems, and he was what we call over here an objetivo militar, which means that he's a military objective. You get me, for what we call our contra, for our opposite. You get me, bro?
Yeah.
Shit used to get cracking a lot, bro. But due to the shit that he was involved in, you know what I mean? Bro, raised up in England, and we love that shit. You know what it is, blood.
Yeah, that's what I'm on about.
The UK culture on the roads and on the estate, blood. Like a lot of people say there's guns and shit, and blood. British people are real, you know. Like the same way, like everywhere out here, there's a lot of fake little snitch pussies. Same way that there is in the UK, but a real one in the brother. You understand? But there's a lot of rules over there. If I was to bring out here and show them what they can do out here, they'd fucking lose their minds. You know what I mean? So it was natural to me, brother. I consider myself 100% genuine, real, brother. I ain't got a fake fucking bone in my body. Do you know what I mean? So when things happen, bruv, your instincts take over, bruv, and I don't know, B. I don't know, man. I was good at what I done. Several times, B. Well, things happen, bruv, and thanks to me and the people that are around me and the people that had supported me in them situations, brother, nothing never happened. I've only been shot once in my life. Do you know what I mean? Sadly, the day the thing happened, bruv, we was eating pizza. And well, do you know what I mean? When the fella's eating pizza, he's not fucking. We might have had a little fail there, do you know what I mean? But that's why I got shot. The fella died, brother. We managed to do what we done. and that's the first reason why I'm here.
I Barris.
But
So you see Colombia, yeah, because like it's so broke, and I'm guessing like the fucking the police force aren't.
no, man, we're not broke. We're not broke, man. We're corrupt.
Alright,
Colombia, we got money, bruv. But you know who has the money? The people that got the money. You know what I mean? The rest of these fucking countries, the rest of
yeah.
these politicians and fucking bruv, Colombia has got money, big. Don't you see what we got? We're done. You know what I mean, brother? We've got a fucking civil war that goes back to I don't know how many fucking years. Colombia is just different, bruv. I'm living in a prison, but they don't feed us, G. I got blood. Venga, test me. Listen, I don't know anyone who has that speaks English. Do you know what I mean, brother?
Crazy.
Usted qué hace de trabajo, ¿cómo se rebusca en la cárcel? Todas las comidas. All las comidas, o sea, just, do you know what I mean? He cleans, he fucking gets food, he fucking does what he can, bruv. If something needs to be painted or something, bruv, he fucking does it. Do you know what I mean, bruv? But
How-
why to be able to eat, B?
How
I
did
can
you
line
get-
you up 100 fucking people. Say that again?
How did you get caught, then, bro? How did you get caught?
How did I get what?
How did you get caught for them murders? How did you get caught for them? Like, because Colombia's the Wild West,
I
and
got
it's
caught, well, no, man, I got caught when I got shot, blood.
oh, you got
I
caught
got
in
caught
the
when I went
shootout.
shot, and I tried to hold, like, remedy myself, B, with some shit called Isoid, brother. But it was a through and through thing. But I was smoking weed. I thought I could blow weed smoke in the tent. I thought I could fucking just, you know what I mean? Yeah, I apparently had to start eating fucking, just fucking, no greasy food and that. On the fifth day, blood, I couldn't. You get me, blood?
Oh, so you had
My
to go
baby mother
hospital.
took me to the hospital, bruv.
Yeah.
And in the hospital, well, sadly, bruv, the police came and that was that, bruv. You know what I mean?
So what-
2014, 7th of September, bro.
So what was your first time in a Colombian jail like?
Well, I arrived with the injury. I arrived with the... I arrived with the injury of my shoulder. I obviously was left like 2 days in healthcare. When I arrived to La Moelo, bro, there's yards with minimum 1,200. The bigger yards to the south, they're 1,800 to 2,000 people in one yard, you know what I mean? And there's 10 toilets. Life is expensive there, you know what I mean? Due to my affiliations and that, brother, well, you can see in the Vice documentary how we had it, man. I don't have to, you know what I mean? When I arrived, bruv, I met the right people. I got part of the discipline team. I got given a job. The same shit I do here, bruv, but in a prison with guards, you know what I mean? So it was just in the back, and it wasn't so severe. I had a lot of problems because there's a lot of... It's like Felton. Do you remember Felton?
Yeah.
Back in the day, the YOY.
Yeah.
So you used to go to Felton, blood, and a man from Grove used to jump on the same wing with their bush shoots, you know what I mean, with the White City lot. Same way the Brixton lot used to meet up with the Beckham, because it was the in and out, you know what I mean, the fucking Brahman jail. That's what like Muelo is, you get me, bruv? You're all over the place. There's no organization, there's no this, that, the other, but there's safety in numbers, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
I was taken from there in 2017 to Computer. In Computer, in 2020. COVID hit, there was a lot of problems with the guards not feeling safe because there was a lot of them being killed outside the prison. So they got involved with syndicates. There was a lot of protests to come up to the patios. The electric didn't work. They started taking that out on us, but systematically. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people in here that maybe took it the wrong way, just started shooting us outside. You know what I mean? So they started complaining and asking the government for extra protection. There was a person called Capitan Bijan, which was a person that was reported in the jail that got shot 4 times outside. When he died, they start refusing to do their duties, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They start refusing to... They basically started scaring the fucking cooking people. They start scaring the fucking medical staff. And they start doing protests outside and shit, you know, that they wasn't coming in. So we was left alone. The thing got sorted out with something called La UPN, Protección Nacional, the National Protection Unit. I don't know what happened, right? On the 23rd of May, bro, you can Google it, and I've on the Vice documentary, you see what it is, man.
It's crazy.
They were shooting at us like we was fucking birds, bro. You know what I mean? We got told there was a virus that was going to kill us, bruv. There was no guards, you know what I mean? First, when I went down there, we didn't go down there aggressive, bruv. We went down there to ask what the fuck's going on and to help us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the dudes can say what they want to say. I'm going to fucking videos, bro, and I've shown them, and they just start shooting at us, blood. You understand? Obviously, we've reacted. Certain people have got into the armory part of the prison. People set fires. Not solely in this jail, bro. In Compitana, La Muela, and Bogota, there was a lot of deaths, bro. After that, bro, they just didn't come back. They tried on the Vice thing. You can see the peace treaty we done. We handed over firearms. We handed over everything. And we lost. We handed everything. It's filmed on the Vice documentary, bro. Right at the end, you can see where it said that they never went here for Boris again. We start hitting the metal bars in protest, you know what I mean? Because we handed over the prison, brother, and 20 or 15 days later, we hadn't received food. We hadn't received medication for people with diabetes, bro. I look after literally, bro, 44 elderly people over 65 years old, bro. I'm not a fucking doctor, do you know what I mean? But when you know when he's not well, and there are people that don't have the fucking know-how to know what's wrong with them, bro. Well, I've got to deal with that shit. I've got like 10 or 15 psychiatric patients, bro. I deal with a fucking channel review and he'll just talk all sorts of stupidness. He killed and ate him. When the fella has a problem, it doesn't matter who's next to him, right? Once I arrive, the fella calms down. Not because I'm a nice person, do you know what I mean? But I will make him calm down, and he's learned it. It's a process. It's not just hitting him. We went through the stage of stomping on his head. We went through the stage of drugging him. And we went through the stage of telling him, if you don't stop fucking about, we're going to kill him. And he looks for me for fucking, when he has me, listen, Boris, man, I'm feeling fucking sick or whatever the fuck it is, the nutter feels, you know what I mean? but he calms down. People don't feel well. I have the authority to take them down to the gate, ask the police officer or the military to be humanitarian. Do you know what I mean? He can't cross the gates, but maybe they can give him his home or some shit. You know what I mean? My job isn't just running around here hitting people or walking around armed, as you can see, brother. And when I get authorized to use it, you know what I mean? But we walk around here and that gunshots come out, probably that's a lie, brother. When you hear shooting, probably there's times when the paramilitary officers try and take territory and go, you know how that goes. We try and deal with it. But all these people over here can sit here because no one's going to rob them, bruh. Family themselves, bring in with the bomb. They get their stuff, bruh. You know what I mean? We've got a problem with that at the moment. You know what I mean? My people, you know what you've done for me, brother? You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people like you that help us out, family.
So you're breaking up, Boris?
You know what I mean? From the heart, brother. And like you can see, bruv, it's cleaning products, it's food, bruv, painting, bruv. It's for people like the ones I've just explained to you, brother, that don't have family, B. You know what I mean? I cannot benefit, you know what I mean? Never receive a penny for any of this shit. If my boss ever sees that when there are 100 breads arrive, I take 2, bruv, I'll be fired from my thing and I'll be the same as all them blankets sitting on the floor, you know what I mean? It comes with a responsibility and there's a lot of shit I need to work for. You know, it's a matter. Yo, can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me, brother? No, brother, people don't know how to fuck, bruv. Yeah, man. That's just part of what my head is. You know what I mean?
Boris.
My head is discipline in the battle, brother. Like I said, you can't punch anyone in the face. If you ever pull a knife out, or you know what I mean? Because we're 60 up, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Boris. So you see when
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah. So you see when the guards
Can
left.
you hear me, family?
Yeah. Yo.
Yeah.
So you see when the guards left the jail, yeah? How did the prison organize itself?
It didn't, bro. Watch the Vice thing, bro. It didn't organize itself, B. Look, people will talk about, like, I'll repeat these words because a lot of people say that they anarchy and that, bro. I can't describe to you what happened that day. And for me to speak about what I had to do would be to incriminate myself. Do you understand, bro? But you have to understand that there was 80 bodies taken out of Coffee Town.
Fuck it, now 80 bodies, bro.
Do you understand? More about that because there's an inquiry going on into that. And then maybe, do you know what I mean? But there was 80 bodies taken out the first day, brother. We literally were separated by a wall, by organizations that are outside, bro. We burned houses with their mothers in them, you know what I mean? And they burned houses with our family members in. And there's obviously a fucking, let's say, not by hate, bro. You know what I mean? Because it's slow. So you can imagine what happened when the gates opened, bro. Territory is everything. You know what I mean? First thought of everyone was escape, but with us having our enemy side by side, bro, the biggest enemy is waiting for us at the fucking gates, G.
Fuck it.
Watch the videos, read about the inquiries and read what they done, brother. There's people that died in here that ain't appeared, B. I understand how someone dies in a prison and you know what I mean? That doesn't appear, bro. So, and people that died by the gates, you know what I mean? People that got shot right by the gates, bro. And up until now, there's 13 people that with my eyes and a lot of people's eyes got shot 2 or 4 meters away from military, police, brother. And they appear on the missing incompetence. You know what I mean, brother? So you can take your way in Colombia is.
Boris, I heard
things happen, bro.
I heard you say the mad. Boris, I heard you say the maddest shit ever before you. I heard you say that you got into a situation once and they put you and someone else in the cell and threw a knife in the middle and it's like a cultural thing over there, and like
No, 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 no. Listen. Over here, you have a problem. If you hit someone without authorization, be personally, and probably him and a couple of fellas, right, who come and kick your ass. You know what I mean? I won't shoot you or nothing, but I will bust your head with something so you behave and you don't do that, bro. Because it's all passing over. You're just passing over. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But if you got a problem and you come to tell me, bro, you know what my man written to my girl? He's using my phone. He told my missus that she's got pink tits or something. I'm going to call the other hand because you can't do that, bro. That's a disrespect thing, do you understand? In that very moment, bro, because that the correspond for his actions, bro, and there's discipline and rules, and I'll have to go more than likely be, we're going to give you 2 small little knives, so maybe no one dies or something, you know what I mean? But you've got 2 minutes, bro. Do some kind of shit, you know what I mean? But that's now. Before when the guns were in the prison, brother, that was every day, you know what I mean? Well, you know what, Boris, bruv, you're looking at me in a weird way, or what, Boris, you owe me money, or what, Boris, you said you're a cunt. That's how it got settled, B. Yeah, I mean, we call it Partidos de Milos, bruv, and it's a thing where you just 30, 40 seconds, bruv. Here, there, some people are more talented than others, you know what I mean? So it's the way things are sorted out here. But I told them, I said this to someone the other night. In an English prison, bruv, if there was an argument and some cunt said to the other, listen, take a knife, pick it up and let's kill each other, I think the man then would be like, yo, bruv, what's wrong, bruv? Do you know what I mean? They'd give him a spliff or something and say, bruv, what the fuck's wrong with you? Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
But it's Colombia and that's how they do things. I give a perfect example for you, bruv. I learned that in prison, and I'm good. I'm good with that. My situation, my position, I earned. You've seen the videos, bro. I've been stabbed 23 times like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In prison, bro. And it's all been in moments like that. The Vice documentary documented one of the incidents. You know, like that happened straight away. Luckily, it was just 2 little.
Hey Boris, how are you dealing with this like mentally and emotionally, bro?
How am I dealing with what?
How are you coping over there? Like how are you dealing with all this trauma?
I'm coping. Brother, listen, I cope because God tells me to cope, brother. I cope because I've got a fucking nearly 13-year-old daughter that I speak to every day, and hopefully one day I can get back and make up for lost time. I cope because these bunch of nutters with what I just said to you and the statistics of the 80 you know what and the look have been by my side. My boss, we've been by his side from the 23rd of May 2020. You know what I mean? And everyone knows what happened on that day, brother. We've become family. You know what I mean? And not only us, all them old folk, all them ill folk, all these little people that are in there for stupid crimes and shit. The only thing that we don't tolerate in my patio, bruv, there is no rapists, no cunts that touch kids, bruv. None of that, bruv. We didn't kill them or anything, but on the day that, let's say, we organized the patio the way we were, we in our patio refused to receive these people or allow them to, well, to come in here, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Got a daughter, bruv, and we don't go with all that. You know what I mean? So apart from that, brother, there's shop owners, there's doctors, there's a lot of people that are fucking. It's like that. I hate to make this comparison because it sounds cheesy, but in 300 in that film 300, 300 is cool.
Yeah.
When the fella has 300 and he meets, I've got soldiers, you've got fucking. Do you remember that film? What I'm talking about?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
That's the same shit here, B.
Hey, Barry.
Even from the mandem, from the old people, from the sick people, everyone fought. and everyone fought, and everyone took part, and everyone put their fucking, you know what I mean? They're all in for this shit. So the man's in prison, there's people playing football in the background, you know what I mean? The man's in chilling, bruv.
So Barris, like, how would someone describe you, bro? That like, see if somebody, your boy, someone who knows you, how would they describe you?
Me?
Yeah.
He called me like that